Okay, now we're recording. Can everybody hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Okay, perfect.
Can you hear me?
No, they can't hear you. Barab's going to be the sideshow tonight. Call him Sideshow Bob, like the Simpsons. Sideshow Barab, like the Simpsons. Easy for me to say. Oh my goodness. So just come to us. Yes, welcome to the Monday night meditation. So happy that you joined us and that you're here with us. We'll just start in a comfortable seated position, closing the eyes and taking a deep breath in. Hold it at the top and then exhale at the side. We'll do another one of those. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top and then exhale at the side. And just bring your attention inward now. Feeling the body resting in space. Feeling the breath as it gently flows in and out. Maybe even tuning into the warmth on the exhale and the cooling on the inhale. And just bringing awareness into the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders back and down. And bringing hands together to meet in prayer position at heart center. We'll open our practice tonight with the chant of Om, taking a deep breath in. And allowing the eyes to gently float open in Jai Bhagwan.
Jai Bhavaani.
Jai Bhagwan. So the problem is when we're under pressure, the most insecure part of ourselves is what gets activated, right? So whether that pressure is stress, like emotional, mental stress, maybe from work or family, or whether it's physical stress, like pain in the body. And, when that gets activated and we're under this pressure, we get into that reactive mode where we can no longer think straight. We're feeling ungrounded, maybe confused, can't make the best decisions. We get snappy, pissy, gripey, grumpy. All of those things happen. And when that happens, so I wanted to focus tonight really on the physical stress, right? When we're experiencing maybe a chronic pain that has been with us a while, or maybe we're experiencing an illness, or just something that's putting the body under stress, and then, because I've noticed for me personally, when I'm not feeling well, I know I'm a lot snappier and crabby, if you can testify. So, we can't avoid pain. Pain is inevitable, right? It's just part of this polarity of existence. We get to have the pleasure, but we also get to have the pain. And so there's really no way to avoid the pain. I mean, injury is going to happen, old age is going to happen. It's just part of being in this life. But what we can do is learn to really listen to our body so that when it's giving us signals that something's not right, we can do it differently, or maybe go to the doctor or take better care of ourselves in that area. And one of the things that we're going to work on tonight is a technique to bring some energy, some of that healing energy, that prana into an area that's maybe feeling depleted. So that's called the energetic diffusion technique, and we'll be doing that in our Yoga Nidra tonight. And also, the other thing that we can do is learn to change our relationship to the pain, right? So, when we're experiencing pain, there's often a story that goes with it. And that story tends to contribute to the suffering that we're experiencing. And maybe it's about, the original event that took place when the injury happened. Maybe it's just a old belief system like, gosh, I'm always sick. I can never seem to get healthy. Whatever the thing is, that mental loop that we tend to go into with this thinking adds to our suffering. So, when we're experiencing the physical pain, we can use the witness to observe, hey, is there a story that I'm telling myself about this that might not actually be the truth? So that's one of the things we can be on the lookout for. But also, we can learn to listen to the signals of the body so that we are tending to the body, right? How many times do we not eat when it's time to eat, or the body is hungry, right? Or we think it's time to eat, but the body's not hungry and we eat anyway. Or we're too busy to eat, so we don't eat at all, So each of us have our own patterns on how our ego mind will actually, in some ways, be abusive to the body. And so, if we can just be aware of that and really tune into what the body is saying, we can learn to then be able to respond accordingly to what the body needs. And Yoga Nidra is an excellent way to help us build capacity to be with sensations, whether they are sensations that feel great or whether they are sensations that aren't so comfortable. So we'll be practicing that a little bit tonight in our meditation. But before we go into it, we're just going to settle into our bodies a little. So most of us spend so much time up here in the mind, we often forget we even are in this body, right? So just noticing your legs, maybe you've been sitting in the same position for just a little bit too long. So maybe you can switch the legs or extend them out in front. Make any adjustment modification that your body would need to just become comfortable again, because often what first felt great, over time, you start experiencing the polarity of, oh, this isn't so great anymore. So just tuning into that, making the adjustments, sitting up tall, whatever position that might be for you, and closing the eyes. We'll move into some neck rolls, taking a deep breath in, exhaling chin to chest. Inhaling into the back and neck, the tops of the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, rolling head to one side. Inhale back to center. And then exhaling to the other side. So you can begin these gentle neck rotations at your pace. So it might feel better for your neck to speed up. It might feel better for your neck to go super slow. Maybe it's a little more subtle of a movement. Maybe your neck wants to modify and chin's parallel to the floor, turning and looking over each shoulder. Maybe try lifting the chin, opening and closing the jaw, just noticing what your neck and shoulders are needing right now. And once that feels complete, coming back to center, we'll move right into some shoulder rolls, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. You can go in the opposite direction. So we tend to carry a lot of stress in the shoulders. You've ever heard that saying, like, I've got the whole world on my shoulders, right? Sometimes it feels like that when life is being really intense. So we're just gonna see if we can shrug a little bit of that off. You can maybe move one shoulder at a time. You can lift your hands, maybe even the elbows come up. And then relaxing the shoulders down and back, interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms forward, getting a nice stretch in the wrists. Inhale, arms overhead. Deep breath in, press into the sits bones, press up into the palms, ever so gently leaning to the side. Little side stretch, just the right amount for you. Inhale back to center. Deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lowering the hands down in front. Releasing the hands and just shaking them out. You can open and close the fists. Little rotation with the wrists. Good. And relaxing the hands down, closing the eyes. All awareness into the eyebrow center. Just feeling the effects of that movement in the stillness and silence. And gently opening the eyes, moving into a position on the hands and knees. And if that's not available for you tonight, you can remain seated. We'll move into a little stretch for the spine. So I'm going to let Bhairav demonstrate the position if you're able to come onto the hands and knees. Otherwise, you can stay seated like I am. And as you inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone if you're on the hands and knees, pressing the chest forward if you're seated. Exhale, extending the spine back wherever you are, lowering the chin, tucking the tailbone in. Inhale, head rises up. Lift the head, lift the tailbone, press chest forward. Exhale, extending the spine up. So you can continue moving into this cat-cow at your pace, coordinating your breath and movement. And if the wrists get cranky, you can always come up on the fists if needed. So making fists. And now we'll move into some torso rotations. So separating the hands a little wider, maybe the knees come wider. If you're seated, you can just stay seated and begin to rotate the torso forward, to the side, to back. So just getting some nice rotations here, moving a little deeper into the hips and shoulders. And just waking up the spine, making space for that healing energy to flow for our upcoming Yoga Nidra meditation. You can move in the opposite direction if you've been going one way for a minute. And if you're on hands and knees, when that feels complete, you can press back into child's pose. If you're seated, you can just simply rest hands on the legs, closing the eyes. And we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. And again, deep breath in. Exhaling with a sigh. Just feeling how the body is a little more relaxed. Maybe the mind has quieted down a bit. Just noticing what's happening on the inside. And now slowly and gently opening your eyes. If you're in child's pose, you can use your arms to push yourself up. And now, without disturbing yourself too much, we're going to move into our final Shavasana, lying on the back in a comfortable reclined position. So you can lie on a yoga mat, you can lie on your sofa, you can lie in a bed. If lying isn't available for you right now, you can also remain seated. You just want to make sure you can relax your head back so you don't have to hold your head up. If you're lying on your back, you can place a bolster underneath the knees. I'm going to place a bolster underneath Bhairav's knees here to give a little bit of support and alleviate the pressure in the low back. So you're welcome. If you want to have a blanket, you can have a blanket to cover the body up. Our temperature will drop during this meditation. That's a natural part of the process of moving into these deeper, slower brainwave patterns. So doing what you need to do to take care of the body now. And to let you know about the techniques we'll be using tonight. One of them is called tension and relaxation. And so for this technique, if you have cardiac disease, hypertension, or glaucoma, use caution. If you cannot have pressure in your head for any reason, be sure to breathe normally as you tense the body. So we'll be tensing and holding like closed fists. So as you do this, just making sure you're breathing naturally if you're not able to have pressure in your head. And that, I think, is all we need to know about the techniques. So if you're ready, you can begin to close your eyes now and quiet your mind. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, and let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. And again, breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. And let go even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. And bring your body into awareness. Recognize your body has been a trusted vehicle, creating accomplishments and contributions to the best of its ability. Now it's time for your body to rest deeply. Become aware of the rising and falling of the breath without effort. Deepen the breath. Simply observe any areas where the breath feels restricted or absent. Allow your attention to float to the place most restricted or dense, or even a place where you feel physical pain or discomfort in your body. Fully observe the range of sensations. If you were to describe the sensations, what would you say? What does it feel like? Just be aware. Breathe into that place of sensation. Use the breath to be with what is there, not trying to make it go away. Just use the breath to hang out with it. Breathe into it. Just let it be as it is. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Truly feel the sensation. If it is changed or moved, stay with it, not trying to avoid any part of the experience. Let it be fully felt, as if to say, I'm willing to feel you. Give it full permission to be, experiencing without trying to change anything. It just is. Breathe with it. Stay with it. And simply observe what you're aware of now. Create space for what's there. Don't resist what you're feeling. Cultivate a sense of relaxation in the midst of it all. Make no effort to control or manipulate. Be soft, spacious, and at ease. Continue to breathe with what's present, making space for it all to be. Simply observe what you're aware of now. If the sensation moves or changes, follow it patiently and easefully. Stay with the process. Stay present and be interested and curious about what you're feeling. If you feel yourself moving into avoidance, breathe and come back to an openness to what you're feeling. Notice what happens in your body as you remain present, relaxed, and connected. Continue to use your breath and attention to be with it all, just as it is. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Make space for it all to be. It just needs to be acknowledged. Remove yourself from any tendency to control or resist. Just let it be as it is without needing it to be different. Now bring your attention to the third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Drop below whatever is happening to a space of silence. Whether the sensation has shifted or not, allow integration to happen with where you are now. As we enter further into Yoga Nidra, any releases, shifts, and changes that need to take place will happen spontaneously and effortlessly. Now it's time for your body to rest deeply. Let go of any need to make anything happen. We will move our attention into the body to release trapped energy and move deeper into total relaxation. Those with cardiac disease, hypertension, or glaucoma, use caution. If you cannot have undue pressure in the head for any reason, it's important that you breathe normally as you tense the body. Bringing awareness to the palms of the hands. As you inhale, make fists and deliberately induce stiffness and tension throughout your shoulders, arms, and fists. Tighten, tighten, even more. Now let go completely. Relax. On your next exhalation, relax even more. And let go. Observe and feel the flood of energy in your arms. This time as you inhale, induce stiffness and tension in the hips, legs, and feet. Tighten, tighten, hips, legs, and feet. Hold, hold. Now let go completely. Relax. Observe the flood of energy in your legs. This time, tighten and tense the entire body as you inhale. Arms, hands, shoulders, feet, legs, face, buttocks. Tighten, tighten, hold, hold. Now let go completely. Relax. On your next exhalation, let go even more. Observe and feel the flood of energy extending to all the muscles, nerves, and cells of your entire body. Let your whole body melt into the flood of energy you feel in your body. Let your body go limp like a rag doll. Relax even more. Release any holding anywhere. All excess tension and holding carried out with each exhaling breath. Relax even more. As we enter this next phase of Yoga Nidra, remain as motionless as possible. If you need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you're able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. In Yoga Nidra, you enter the subconscious energy field. Let your mind merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the third eye. Now your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. Now bring your breath into awareness. Become aware of your natural breathing pattern without trying to control it or change it. Just watch and observe the movement. You may find the breath to be fast or slow, deep or shallow. Whatever is happening, simply relax and witness the breath. Remain connected to every breath in and every breath out. If thoughts come into the mind, just let them go and bring your attention back to the breath. Belly rising as you inhale, belly falling as you exhale. Feel the breath is becoming more and more quiet, still, almost non-existent. Feel a profound sense of peace descending over the body and being. Allow the mind to let go into it, merge into oneness. Experience silence extending everywhere. Enter an effortless state of being. Follow my guidance as we move through different parts of the body. Let your attention rest on each body part as I name it, without comment or judgment. All 10 toes, both ankles, both knees, pelvis, abdomen, chest, arms, hands, throat, face, back of head, shoulder blades, spine, buttocks, calves, heels, soles of the feet. Sense the whole body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Whole body in awareness. Feel the whole body contained in vast, spacious awareness. Give yourself the permission to enter into the deepest levels of relaxation right now. And let go. Nothing to do or achieve. Dissolve and disappear into stillness. Open, empty of all doing, all past, all future. Merge into this space and be empty. Sensations, thoughts, images floating by like clouds on a clear blue sky. Letting it all gather and dissipate, come and go. Be the space in which it is all happening. Establish yourself firmly in faith and trust to receive the grace, protection, and guidance of the higher self within you. The more often you go to your source, the easier it will be to return there, and the longer you can stay there. Feel the presence of your own spiritual guides surrounding you, blessing you. Accept their blessing and grace. Embody it and spread it wherever you go. Now you have prepared the base from where you can carry out interactions with life and interpersonal relationships with the integrative power of love and the source within. You are the emissary of light and love. Carry it everywhere you go and to everyone you meet. If you have an area that you feel needs healing, physical, mental, or emotional, allow this light and love to flow into that area now.
And now begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting in space, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, you can begin to move, maybe wiggling fingers and toes, or stretching as if you're waking from a restful sleep. And just taking your time here, you can bend your knees if that's available, maybe curling them into your chest. You can rock side to side. Just taking your time, reconnecting to the body here. And when that stretching feels complete, if it's available for you, rolling onto your side and curling into a fetal position. Just breathing into heart center, and allowing your body and being to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I say. I replace energy blocks in my body and mind with total acceptance and forgiveness. I drop all anxiety and fear and replace it with faith and trust. I am a clear channel for the free flow of divine guidance. And now using your arms to push yourself up, keeping your eyes closed, coming into a comfortable seated position. And regardless of what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed, know that something deep within has shifted. Become aware of your body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring attention back to the body. Notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you can easily enter here again and again. And bringing the hands together back to heart center into prayer position. And taking a moment to feel gratitude for these bodies. And as you go out into the week, remembering that your body is not an enemy that needs to be overcome. Rather, it's a vehicle for your divine light to shine through. So please take good care of yourself. Take time to rest, restore, and remember to breathe. Please join me in closing our practice with the chant of Om, taking a deep breath in. open your eyes. Jai Bhagwan.
Jai Bhagwan.
Victory to the spirit. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. We do this every Monday night.
Every Monday night.
Different every Monday, so come on back when you can.